Hi, I'm Mr. Whitman. I am an environmental science teacher here at San Gabriel High School, which is part of Alhambra Unified School District. And Alhambra Unified has recently begun a program called Grab and Go Breakfast. And the point of this video today, along with Matthew Perez, who's behind the lens, is to take a look at the trash that exists after the breakfast is served in the morning before our first period. And we're going to take a look at how much food is actually uneaten, how much milk is not drank, and how much other food is sitting in here along with plastic waste that is being thrown out on a daily basis. And I want to just take a look at the waste involved with it's part of this program. Let's see what this bag holds. Hold on, let's start here. So, apples, spore, orange juice, empty. Bar, this is eaten. Oh.
A lot of drink milk today. Very happy about that. Oh, there's a McDonald's. Someone went to McDonald's today. Apple eaten there. Just one bite. I love that one. I'm happy.
Milk, eaten. Apple, half-eaten granola, unopened milk. What's in here? Oh, there's another orange and a bar. Barely eaten, unopened. 2 bananas. Oh, there's another banana. Another milk. Barely drank. What's in here? Apple, chocolate milk. This is just one bag, you guys. Okay. You wanna bag this up as I do this?
Squished, raisin, apple. There's another apple right there. So milk was a hit today. There's another banana. There's an orange.
This one's full. I'm gonna count it. 1, 2, 3. I thought you guys liked chocolate milk. 4, 5. 6 chocolate milks. 2.
Bananas, the apple.
Here. 7. 4. And this isn't even all on campus. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
So 6 oranges. Uneaten cereals. 2. Buns with a bite. 3 of those. How many apples here? Apple. Another apple. Another orange juice. Banana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unopened. 2 cereals. 2 yogurts. 6 milks? 6 milks. 2, whatever the hell these are. Well, just Graham Slams. And 1 more Cinnabon. Now, what if this was 180 days of food? So multiply all of this, plus more, plus 180 days. And the taxpayers of LA County, Alhambra, State of California, and the United States paid for all of this. And this will all go in the trash. So how can we make this better? Well, we change this where you could go, oh, all I want today is an apple. Or all I want today is some cereal and milk. Well, heck that, I'll put chocolate milk in that. But how do we change this so you guys can pick and choose what you want when you're hungry in the morning? Rather than having to be able to be, if you will, pushed upon you a bag of food that, as you saw in many instances, is not even eaten. This needs to change.
On October 24th, 2017, San Gabriel High School released its new program called Grab and Go Breakfast. It's a program where students are able to have a second chance in eating breakfast. My name is Matthew Perez, and I will be exploring the flaws that come within this program. The program has become a big hit, making 3 different stands around campus to make it easily attainable without the hassle of a long line. Grab and Go's main purpose is to awake a student's mind for an easier academic day. All paid by taxpayers, it's shocking to see the waste left behind because of the program. Here are responses of real students of San Gabriel High School from a teacher that remains anonymous.
I grab and go breakfast Every other day or 3 to 4 times a week.
Every 2 weeks. Every day.
Every like 2 weeks or so, because I'm not really like that hungry. I have my own breakfast, but yeah.
I don't like to eat a lot of the fruit or like anything in like the bags because they get like really soggy. And then I don't like the certain types of milk too.
The vegetables like the apples or bananas, not really like a fan of those. Like sometimes I don't drink the milk too.
Breakfast program, I mean, I understand the point behind it. It's to make sure that students are fed and have the opportunity to be have enough energy for school. I wish that we could do it better, and I understand that it has to do with federal guidelines and federal funding and everything, but I think that the way that those guidelines are set up that requires kids to take things that they don't want is what's resulting in a lot of food waste. And I wish that we could figure out a better way to do it, and part of that I think has to come from the kids themselves, students using their voices to talk to school board, to talk to state legislatures, and kind of educate other people about the food waste and what the effects of the food waste are. For example, food waste contributes to greenhouse gases such as methane, CO2 increase, and I think there's a lot of waste that we can actually look at composting instead, and using that compost here on school campus with landscaping and everything else, which would be a lot more effective.
As a teacher, I really like the new Breakfast for All program. I think that's what it's called. I really like it because the kids have a chance to kind of fuel up in the morning and get their brain some food, so they can be productive and attentive students. But as a taxpayer, I don't like all the waste I'm seeing in the trash cans, because the kids are being basically forced to take food that they know as they walk down the hallway, and I've seen it. They just will pull out, let's say, the orange, and they'll throw out the entire rest of the bag. The spork, the bag, everything that was in it ends up in the trash except for one item. I'd like to see the program change to one where it's a la carte, and the kids can just pick and choose what they want to eat, and they'll eat it. That's what I'm hoping for. But at the end of the day, it just as a taxpayer, it really bothers me. But as a teacher, I like it because our kids are getting food in the morning when they need it the most.
I knew that the amount of food that we'll be handling will be a lot. And I mean a lot. So I decided that the best thing I can do is talk to my old IDS teacher, Miss Eola. She has a class specialized in statistics, and I decided to use her help and her students to help me gather the trash and to help me graph the amount of food wasted. Unfortunately, at this time, Mr. Whitman left San Gabriel High School. He got a new job, and that left me as the director, editor, and now producer of this documentary. And my first thought was where to go, what to do now. Mr. Whitman gave me the resources. he gave me the connection, so I figured, what's the best way to start than Judy Huffnicker of the school lunch administration herself.
Hi, I'm Judy Huffaker, the Director of Food and Nutrition Services for the Alhambra Unified School District. I'm involved with the Food Recovery Program, and just to give you a little bit of background of how we got to this point of beginning this program. We've noticed that on the school campuses that there are food waste by students after consuming their breakfast or their school lunch, and they may not consume all of those things, and so many of it goes into the trash. And in seeing some of the food waste in these trash cans, it's concerning to us. One, students are not eating their fruits or vegetables or perhaps their milk. We also see plastics being thrown into the trash that have not been used. So these are things that we are concerned about. One, we'd like to see the students consume their fruits and vegetables, in order to have a nutritious meal while they're at school, and also to try to eliminate some of these items that are going to our landfills. So in looking at some of these and solutions, trying to identify strategies of what can be done, we've done a lot of food promotions about eating healthy, making sure that students are having a nutrition balanced meal, and also looking at different factors in the cafeteria, food presentation, introducing a variety of different menus. It's inevitable we still continue to see some of this food waste, and so we're always looking for ideas of what we can do. And we had a student who was very instrumental at San Gabriel High School, Matthew Perez, and he also had the same concern and shared this with us. At one point he did prepare a video of some of the food waste and some of these items going into the trash can. And so in meeting with him and one of our instructors at San Gabriel High School, David Whitman, and we were able to identify some of these areas that we could look into that could be addressed. The concern was, if we were to collect some of these things, what would we do with them? How could they be utilized in some way as a recycling program? Our Director of Fiscal Service, Vivian Watt, she made a connection with the Sue Chi Foundation. The Sue Chi Foundation is a nonprofit organization that sets up food pantries for needy families within the community. So through this collaboration, we are able to form a partnership where they would work with us in piloting a food recovery program at San Gabriel High School. It's an exciting program. We're really anxious to see how it will work out. We just had our kickoff the other day, and the whole purpose of this program is to recycle any unwanted and eaten whole fruits, apples, oranges, bananas, or packaged raisins and craisins that after the student finishes their lunch and finds that they haven't consumed those and they choose not to save it for a snack later, rather than discarding it into the trash cans, we'd like them to recycle it into our food recovery program. And so we've just launched this past Monday, January 14th. And so we're excited to see, hopefully the students will participate in this program for those that are discarding them into the trash can normally. It's exciting to see the involvement that Matthew Perez has had. He's been empowered to really take a good part in this success of the launch. And we're hoping that over the next few weeks, we can see how the students are participating in recycling their fruits and launch this at other school sites.
So as you all know, you are the first school in our school district to participate in the food recovery program. Give yourself a round of applause. How does this program work? You're going to be seeing several of the recovery bins on your campus. So go through the cafeteria. And of course, everybody, being a registered dietitian, I would like to give you all of your food. But as you're going through the cafeteria, I want you to choose what you want and eat what you choose. But if you find that at the end of lunch that you haven't eaten your food, you're not going to take it with you, instead of throwing it into the trash can, please recycle it and place it into one of these bins. So, I have Matthew Perez. You might recognize him. He's one of your students here on this campus. So, Matthew, you still have some items from lunch. So, Matthew, what do you have on your lunch?
With me, I have some milk, an orange, carrots, bananas, utensils, and rice.
So I see you have not eaten your first yet. Are you going to be taking them later, or what are you going to be doing with them?
I don't know how to peel an orange or change it, so I don't know what I should do.
Well, I think in the future show you how to consume the orange, but if you're deciding not to eat it, do not throw it in the trash can, let it recycle it. So just go ahead and put it into the
Okay, my name is Willie Wei, and I'm a volunteer of Tzu Chi Foundation, which is a non-profit organization. We always think what Earth can do for me. We never ask what we can do for Earth. So I really appreciate this kind of thought from here. Every waste, everything, it's not about money. It's not about small stuff. It's about how you treat stuff. That stuff can give a very needed person save his life or her life from starving to death. One apple, one orange, one banana. We never think about it, but start from thinking about it. How Tzu Chi start from this program? Because each month we go to Alhambra High School to do the food distribution. Because this program, we buy the kind of freezer truck to bring the food from the food bank. We spend time and we need to take care of a lot of those things. Those things is not high quality, but we cherish that. For us is like a diamond, because that diamond cannot save the people's life, but this can save people's life. The value even more important than diamond for us. So the story began from this. When we read the newspaper in San Bernardino, one middle high school, the kids break school, not go to stealing the computer, those equipment, not. They are try to stealing the kitchen food. You know, when the long vacation for them is tragedy. Why? Because when they go to the school, they can eat. But if they off the school, the vacation, they have nothing to eat. Do we think about this? When we waste the food, do we think about this food can bring their trust, because they believe this world, this society, still somebody care about them. So when you waste that food, instead you give the love to those people. Even say at least, I know Alhambra High School, not like San Bernardino, but still people, some family need it. And we do this, like I say, it's not material, it's the love. When that love spread, we can save the world.
Around this time, I received an email, and it was from the Tushi Foundation. They have been picking up the food recovery bin bags every week, and they emailed me at this time that the amount of food has actually increased from 30 pounds a week to 70 pounds a week. I found a teacher who likes the program but believes that she has found new ideas and new ways to contribute the food to students and families instead of having them go through the food recovery.
The district administrators have been really good about being more responsible about the wasted food in our free lunch program. We are restricted in how we can recycle the food, or the students, whether they can take certain foods or not. So their hands are tied as far as being able to, if students didn't want to take the food, to leave it there. I do know that when I collect the food and present it to the students, that I can have amount of food and it will be eaten by the students all day. So maybe we should think about how we could keep some of the food for our students here on campus as well.
So where do you collect the fruits and all the food that you give?
I go into the cafeteria, the enclosed area, if I could get there before they throw the trash out. I ask them not to go in there till after 9 o'clock. I have to go in between classes, so I make my rounds. Usually I'll go there first, then I'll go in the quad area, then I go along the walkway between the auditorium and that breezeway there. So I think I go through about 30 trash cans in the area. Yeah, approximately 30 of them.
And you wash the fruit, right?
Yes, always.
All right.
Always wash.
All right, you always wash the fruit.
And I never open packages or things that are, if it's too, well, you know, bananas, oranges, apples are very, you know, there's contained, but I wash the apples out. See, I use this. I mean, I put the apples in water, and then they're probably cleaner than when they got it here, right? And I wash them and we put them out.
It was March 16th now. I showed up to Alhambra School District to see the food distribution myself. I showed up to interview the families who received the food, and I wanted to ask them about how it helped them and how much it means to them. But unfortunately, I was unable to film. The volunteers refused to let me, and honestly, I think it was the best move.
Hey guys, so the documentary that I'm making, it's gonna be pushed back, and the reason because of that is I didn't want my documentary to be one-dimensional. I wanted different perspectives. I wanted people who actually received the food, and I wanted their perspectives, and I wanted their interviews instead of just students and teachers at the school. And I spent my entire senior year doing this, and I spent so much of the end of my junior year doing this. I just want to release the information. I want to release everything I got. I just want to make a difference. The documentary is going to be released in April, and I just wished it was sooner. I really hope you guys watch my documentary when I release it. Worked really hard on it, practically doing it by myself. Andrew Puig said that he's willing to help me. I gave him some stuff to do, so hopefully he does it. So takes some stuff off my plate. But if not, I probably will. But Andrew, if you're watching this, please do it. See ya, guys.
I was stuck at this point, but luckily this is when Andrew Puig, he decides to help me, and he came up with the brilliant idea of talking to the head of the Tushi Foundations and have them speak on behalf of the families who received the food.
My name is Flora Ye.
And my name is Shirley Yang.
And we have been working with the Chuji Foundation for over 25 years. And this food recovery program is the first time we have to the community, because the Food Discover program is from the our mobile food pantry from Alhambra High School. We start from collecting the food maybe about few pounds every week to now we have about over 100 pounds every week now.
Yeah, we just collected some food from the St. Gabriel High School students, and we just put in our Alhambra High School food distribution, and the family and the kids really like all the food you provide to them.
Yeah, that's the program goes. When we collect the food from St. Gabriel High School, we collect it every Wednesday and Friday. And when we have the food distribution in some other area, we will bring it over to those areas and share with those families. And all the kids and the family, I really appreciate they get extra food, fresh, and it's delicious.
Yeah, thank you for having the opportunity to work with the school district, and we hope we can extend more school and do the same thing. Yes, we are encouraging all the school students, and you can save the food you may not to eat, so to provide to the other person, other kids and the family they need it.
And after these 3 months, and we think the program goes very well, and we are going to go back to talk to the school district again in April, because we like to extend this program to other schools to make everybody aware of the problem and let them know how good this program can go to the people who really needs it. So after we collect all this food, and when we have the program like mobile food pantry in other areas like Alhambra High School in San Bernardino, we always take this collect food to this area to share with the people, especially in Alhambra High School, because we do have one Everybody Read program. We read to the younger generation, the kids who came to get used books. In the meantime, we gave them a snack like raisin, cranberry, applesauce, which we collect from St. Gabriel High School. They're really happy about it because maybe these kids, they don't have something like this at home, or they really doesn't have it's a good snack for them. It's really, they really, open their eye and show us how appreciate they want, and they will ask for more. They always ask, can I have more? And can I have this? Bring this home to my brother or sisters. It's really amazing. And just like a small package of raisin or cranberry will make them so happy that when we see their faces, we are so happy about this program can go so smoothly, so successfully.
And especially when they know the food comes from St. Gabriel High School students, especially your love to them, so they are very great and happy.
A newspaper student messaged me for an interview, and she said if this documentary that I'm working on is a promotional one to promote the food recovery program and have it set up to different schools. No, this is a documentary about the food that we waste at school, and whether or not it works, I am not going to hide the truth if it does or does not. If this program works, it should be at other schools. It's not a promotional video because I'm not doing this to advertise. I'm doing this to spread awareness that the food that we waste shouldn't be thrown away in a landfill somewhere that's never going to be used. Thanks to Andrew Puig, I managed to get some thoughts on the students and what they think. This is the transcripts of the conversation he had with them. And I'd just like to give a big thank you to Miss Eola's class. I would like to give a big thank you to the school administration and Andrew Puig. But most importantly, I would like to thank Mr. Whitman, because without him, this project wouldn't have existed, and this would have been something else that we didn't fix. Thank you for watching.
Just because it's free doesn't mean you should take it, right? No, I'm gonna compost those at home. Buy chocolate milk. Buy, oh, you want that? Okay.
Cinnamon crumble.
Apples I'm gonna compost at home.